we'd like to give a super fluffy shout out to our Patreon supporter, Bungie Fox. Thank you so much, Bungie, for the support on Patreon. You are a mega nomkin. And me and Chrism want to thank you so much, right, Chrism?
So much.
Shout out to producer Alice as well. Her links are on screen right now. She is amazing. Check her out. And we hope that Bungie and Alice and all of you enjoy this video.
Hi, welcome back to Krinx TV, where it's Halloween every single day.
Except when it's not.
And except when we don't post videos.
Yes.
But we are posting this one.
Oh my god, really?
It's amazing.
This is unprecedented.
It's unprecedented. So, how's your yogurt diet going, babe?
Fucking awful, I hate it.
If you're new here, hi, I'm Chrism.
And I'm Mix.
And we're playing a game.
We're playing The Miserable Crimson Hooded Girl. This is by Yai Gameworks, also known as Aesthetic Gamer. I'll read you the store page description before we start. Once upon a time, there was a miserable girl in a crimson hood. Her mother was unwell, so the girl was sent away to go stay with her grandmother, who lived deep within the woods in the strange house. People say that around these parts there resides a monster called the Gobbler, who preys on the weak. The Gobbler,
Gobble, gobble. Although that reminds me more of a turkey. That's not... turkeys can
it
be
could
down...
be a turkey, we don't know.
Turkeys are downright scary creatures. You
It
don't
could
want
be
to
a
fuck
giant
with a
turkey.
turkey.
But it could be gobbled them up, I guess, as well. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much for this information. A lot of Aesthetic Gamers games are very dark, so please bear in mind this little trigger warning here. You may know him in particular from foundfootage.exe. Oh, that's really nom.
Yay.
Enter the woods.
Once upon a time, there was a miserable girl in a crimson hood. Her mother was unwell, so the girl was sent away to go stay with her grandmother, who lived deep within the woods in a strange house. People say that around those parts there resides a monster called the Gobbler, who preys on the weak.
Oh.
This is like stock footage, it looks like, from like an old film, maybe?
Well, certainly in that style, if it's not.
Or maybe they've recorded themselves, actually, it's possible. That does look like a man in the fursuit, though. Interesting. The miserable crimson hooded girl had travelled a long way through the forest, but had finally come across a clearing of trees to get her bearings. She was tired, having taken a long day's walk to get here, but felt relief upon stepping out from the trees. This was where she was to spend the next year of her life, to grow up from a little girl into a fine woman. She wanted to become a woman so she could hurry back to her mother. She wasn't allowed to stay with her mother anymore because her mother was no longer able to take care of her. As a little girl, it was decided she couldn't take care of herself. She was considered irreliable, weak, naive, irresponsible, childish. All words that she loathed. But if she could become a woman, then not only could she take care of herself, but her mother as well. Caught in her thoughts, the miserable crimson-hooded girl was slow to notice the figure standing in front of her. A woman bowed down to her, a beautiful palace peeking out from behind her. "Welcome to my humble home, little Crimson Hood," said the woman in a gentle, polite tone. "I've been expecting you," she said, with a soft smile. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was in awe of her beauty. She was like a real-life princess. But she shook off her admiration, for what the woman said puzzled Crimson Hood. "Can you do a cute voice for the yellow text?"
Excuse me. Just cut that out.
No, that is staying in. Yes.
Anyway.
How do you know me? What is it that you want?
Crimson Hood asked, sounding comparatively meek while having a hard time getting the words out.
Oh, well, I didn't sound anything like that.
You did. The woman looked puzzled for a moment, then resumed warmly smiling at her. Darling, this is your home, she beamed. Please come inside. You must be awfully tired from your long trip. Crimson Hood couldn't deny that, as she did feel rather fatigued. But even so, she'd come here for a reason, and that reason she shouldn't forget.
Madam, your offer is kind and your smile credible, but this is not my home.
Crimson Hood insisted.
I pilgrimed to go stay at my grandmother's, and this is where I must go.
Oh, darling, you misunderstand, the woman responded. This is your grandmother's house. Crimson Hood was confused. She imagined her grandmother's house to be a wooden cottage, or maybe a small lodge, but a massive castle? The woman continued. Just come inside and all your questions shall be answered. I'm preparing a nice meal for the both of us. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste. Crimson Hood had her doubts, but admittedly a hot meal sounded amazing right now.
Fine, I shall accompany you, but you better be telling the truth.
Crimson Hood cautioned. What are you going to do, Crimson Hood? The woman simply bowed her head, lifted her dress carefully, and then responded, I wouldn't dream of deceiving you, darling, she warmly stated. Come now, it's almost dark. Let's head inside. The woman led the way into the strange castle, opening its massive entrance doors with little ease. She seemed stronger than Crimson Hood had expected. Crimson Hood was a little uncertain, a little nervous, but maybe the life she'd lived till now had trained her to be a little cautious. The miserable Crimson Hooded girl stepped inside of the peculiar place. I must go finish the dinner prep, but before I do I have a task for you, darling, said the woman as she beckoned towards the door. You want to become a woman, is that correct?
More than anything.
Crimson Hood answered. Before you can walk the path of needles, you must tread the path of pins. There are 6 pins I've hidden in the rooms of the front hall of the palace. Find all 6 of them, and I'll let you in for dinner. Crimson Hood nodded, for finding 6 pins didn't seem too treacherous a task. Then I shall go and finish dinner. Good luck, Crimson Hood, encouraged the woman. It seems very sus.
I mean, I'd be wanting, like, hey, where is my grandmother if this is her house? Could she come out and talk to me?
Are you my grandmother? Doesn't seem to be a run button. At least not the traditional one for an RPG making game. This place is, oh, that's a save point. Okay, fantastic.
Demonic save point.
Alright, so we're looking for...
My god, this house got filters for days.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the filters. I can't see what the fuck is happening. But what we're looking for, what are they called, sorry?
Pins.
Pins. Let's try in this basket, shall we?
I have a horrible feeling the pins are gonna be, like, sticking us every time or something.
Maybe. There's something in the basket. Well, that looks like a ball. Obtain the red pin. Oh, it's like a badge.
Oh.
I think of, like, needles.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
thought of, like, like, sewing pins that have the thing at the end and you put it in to hold it in place.
The lamp is cute, but it's already plenty bright in here. It's retina-searingly bright. I'm surprised that you're able to
It's
stand.
this bright and there's no lights on?
It's really bright.
Is it 1 pin per thing?
Room,
or is
probably.
it-
I'm gonna assume that for now, but we can always come back if we get lost or stuck or whatever. I wish there was a run button. There probably is, and I'm just not pressing it. So anyway. Oh god. Potentially lots of things in here. Just a stack of books. How about the cauldron? That looks pretty sussy. It's a black cauldron, nothing inside of it. Alright, we can't look at the books. I don't feel like reading right now. There's something stuck inside the doll. I found the cyan pin. Oh my god, Beppy.
You know what? It might still just be a needle, but we can't see the bottom because it's so bright.
Oh, maybe. We have an empty picnic
I
basket.
can't tell.
Right, well, that's 2 pins down. Where would the others hide? Maybe in here? There's something in the clock. Oh, there we go. The green pin. I don't know what that is. It's impossible to tell. A study game of stuff tends to be very surrealist and very disturbing at the same time. I shouldn't touch it because I don't want to break it. But what if there's a pin in it, miserable crimson hooded girl? Just a coat rack. She must wear that a lot to have that as part of her name. I'm gonna keep my crimson hood on, thanks. A giant pot.
It's
Not much
integral
else to say.
to who she is as a person, as a human.
It is. She's defined by her clothing. How many pins did they say?
6.
What's cooking, green looking? Well, I guess we'll try going further in and see if we can. Looks like we definitely can. I'm assuming... Oh yeah, you can see the door, look. So we have 3 so far. But only 2 more rooms to look in, baby. I like this, I can actually see more. It's a watering can, probably used to water the plants here. A trash bin full of used toiletries.
Ew.
I mean, what else are you going to find in the toilet?
I mean, I know, but still, ew.
I don't want to touch the plunger. You mean the toilet brush? There's something in the washing
I
machine.
am going to fucking...
What? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a toilet, but I don't have to go. You can tell this isn't corpse body.
I don't appreciate that the bathroom has like a yellow hue everywhere. It's pretty gross.
The whole place is just weird.
So what do you think the twist is gonna be?
I reckon she's a wolf and she'll eat us. I'm gonna go traditional. It's a pretty hot, but I shouldn't touch it. I don't want to break it. A cup of tea, but it's cold. Open wardrobe. Yay! We got a blue pin.
Yay.
So we need 1 more. Well, the plants all seem to be baby numkin. So where are we going to find the last pin? I'm going to just check the main hall again, down here. Like there's no exit, by the way. It's all closed off. You see this? There's something in the bush. There we go. Purple pin. We got them all, baby.
Yay, so no.
But there's no exit. Which is a little bit sussy. But we're going to have a nice meal. So, that's good, right? What do you think is going to be on the menu? Numpkins?
Probably grandma.
I've collected all 6 pins. It's time for dinner. Crimson Hood was a bit restless after her long treasure hunt.
That was pretty boring, I've gotta say.
Crimson Hood complained. The woman was waiting behind the door, still with a quaint smile across her lips. You are still but a child, Crimson Hood, the woman politely stated. Becoming a woman isn't about fun, you know. In fact, one might say that becoming a woman is one of the hardest things you can do. Crimson Hood was confused.
Why do you say that? Aren't women glad to be women?
The woman just looked on at Crimson Hood. That depends on the person, she said simply. The woman sensed Crimson Hood didn't quite understand, so she quickly changed the subject. Dinner is now ready. Please come and take a seat, darling. You did a good job to collect all those pins, Crimson Hood, the woman said over dinner. But I don't think you're quite ready for needles. They prick and make one bleed. Not everyone is ready to bleed.
What the fuck? Where is this?
I don't mind bleeding none. I think blood's kinda cool.
Crimson Hood responded. You've got to be careful with what you eat, the woman warned. If you eat too much of the wrong stuff, your teeth will simply begin to rot away.
I don't mind brushing my teeth. The toothpaste is rather sweet.
Crimson Hood asserted. Your beauty won't last forever, you know, the woman stated. Your skin will begin to get wrinkly and loose, your hair will grow all over your body, and you'll eventually become unsightly.
I don't care what other sticks.
Crimson Hood proclaimed.
Shut up. You seriously didn't let me read the line.
You're too much of a child, Crimson Hood, the woman sighed. There's so much you don't understand.
Then help me become a woman and better understand.
Crimson Hood replied.
It's been like 3 hours.
You haven't even touched your food, the woman noticed. This is a weird conversation.
It's grandma. I'm telling you, it's grandma.
There's like a dog's head.
Actually, it looks like a cow head.
I don't like it.
I mean, neither does Crimson Hood, apparently.
It doesn't look good. I don't think I'll like it.
Crimson Hood complained.
That's so rude to say.
If you want to grow into a woman, you must do things you don't want to, the woman spoke in an almost pompous way. And you can begin that journey by eating your dinner. Crimson Head looked over and examined her food. It didn't look very appetizing to her. She wanted to be a woman, but she figured she could skip this step. Crimson Hood pretended to eat it, but secretly threw the scraps under the table. She hoped the woman wouldn't notice.
How would she not know? Well, that's the thing that a kid would think. A kid would think, oh yeah, I don't see it. So it must never be able to be found.
Mind you, she doesn't seem to have eaten her meal either. It's directly in front of her there.
Yeah.
The woman stared intently at Crimson Hood from across the table. The look the woman was giving her made Crimson Hood a bit uncomfortable.
I mean, you did just insult her cooking.
The woman spoke, suddenly. I heard that life with your mother was quite miserable, she aired.
It wasn't that bad.
Crimson Hood said, shifting a bit in her chair. I heard that you were diagnosed to be mentally ill, the woman commented.
We have a diagnosis?
I don't like that label. Many people don't understand what it means.
Crimson Hood said as she swung her feet.
It's a little...
I heard that you don't have any friends, the woman said simply.
What is this conversation?
It's because I have trouble fitting in, and many haven't learned empathy.
Crimson Hood said while fidgeting with the tablecloth.
What kind of kid says this shit?
All of that is surprisingly mature of you,
Oh, well, there you
the
go.
woman observed.
There you go.
Did your mother teach you all of that? Crimson Hood thought about it for a moment. These phrases and beliefs had not come from her mother, but then, from where did they originate from? It was like something she just knew deep down but hadn't always known. At some point it had been ingrained into her. But by thinking about it, her mind began to associate, like a trail of breadcrumbs. She began to recall her past. Once upon a time, there was a miserable crimson-hooded girl. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was a daughter to the Queen of Crows.
Oh, well, I guess maybe that explains the castle?
Maybe? As crows, they were scavengers living off the meager scraps they could get. The Queen was gentle with the miserable crimson-hooded girl, offering physical love readily, such as hugs and kisses. But the Queen always seemed ashamed she couldn't offer more than that. My daughter, I'm sorry I can't give you more. I'm sorry that all I can give you is scraps. I'm sorry that I've infected you with the sickness, the Queen of Crows would lament. The miserable crimson-hooded girl did not see it that way, however. Her mother gave her lots of love, more than her fill. But the miserable crimson-hooded girl was fine with scraps, and the girl blamed herself for catching the sickness. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was once happy, but those happy memories became harder and harder to hold onto within her head. The sickness clouded her mind like rain clouds, and it almost never stopped raining in her mind. Like most sickness, it was invisible, and like most invisible things, many didn't believe in it, so it's depression.
Mm-hmm.
And like most things people didn't believe in, they decided to make a mockery of it instead. Other girls harassed the miserable crimson-hooded girl. Fatigued from the struggles in her own mind and without much to show for herself, she became an easy target for those trying to climb the social hierarchy ladder. "Look how run down her shoes are," one girl would say. The shoes were the best her mother could afford, and the Crimson Hood girl loved them because they were from her mother, but felt shame from the girl's words. "Why'd you hardly say anything, freak?" another girl would chime. The miserable Crimson Hooded girl had come to this school with no friends and was a bit shy. She wasn't experienced in how to socialize, and the mean words made her afraid to reach out. "You're just a lazy, ugly girl," the other girl sneered. The miserable Crimson Hooded girl struggled with these words. They made her feel bad and full of self-doubt. Was she really just lazy? Was she really worth anything if she struggled to do simple things? Maybe she was the bad one who didn't deserve to be happy. That possibly the reason she had started to dislike herself was because she was unlikable. The clouds in her mind became heavier and stormier. The bullying became harsher and more frequent. Over time, it all chipped away at the miserable crimson-hooded girl bit by bit.
Don't put my name in there.
Crimson-hooded girl. She wanted it all to stop. She became convinced this was all herself, and it is impossible to escape yourself. She thought it to be her fault that she was weak and horrible, but even like this, she still wanted things, and this made her hate herself even more. She found it so hard to muster the power and try and connect with others. The miserable crimson-hooded girl began to isolate herself. While Crimson-Hooded Girl had been caught up in her own headspace, the woman had snuck up on her, grabbing her by her hand to lift her up from the chair. Crimson Hood was caught very much off guard. "You don't have to think too hard about it, darling," the woman comforted. "You're safe now. The past is the past." Crimson Hood thought the words over for a minute, as something didn't seem right about them, and pieced together what was bothering her about it.
One can't so easily forget the past, nor should they.
Crimson Hood reasoned.
Bruises will darken, wounds become infected, and scars leave a mark if you don't attend properly to their recovery. I mean, scars always leave a mark. Kind of what scars do. I understand what you mean, though.
The woman paused, clearly in thought of what to say before continuing. "But the mind can be a cruel place of unreality," the woman finally went on to say. "It can draw parallels to things we don't want to think about and ensnare us into a trap of anxiety. Even us adults are just barely beginning to grasp the true, dreadful weight of anxiety and how it affects us. And to add to that, our mind constantly lies to us. The truth of that is literally always right in front of our faces, as we hardly ever get to see our noses, but they're always there within our vision. Our mind just blocks it out. Our mind doesn't show us the truth, but a processed, personalized version of it. And the mind can become a cruel place if it begins to cast a shadow on itself."
Okay, I don't like the fact that it made me think about my nose.
You can't see it at all, can you? Even though
Like,
it's there.
you can, if you look down at it, you can see it, but if you look up, it should still be there because that's how depth works, but no, you do. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that.
That is creepy. The woman's answer was a very serious one, but Crimson Hood didn't know what to say. Seeing Crimson Hood standing a bit awkwardly, the woman continued to just smile at her, and held the girl's hand up to her bosom. "Sorry for laying all of that onto you. I said too much. Come now, we've had dinner, so now it's time. There's something stowed away deep within this castle that I'd like to show you."
My grandmother's rotting thing?
I guess.
Sack?
Crimson Hood followed the woman through the halls of the castle. The halls were vast but almost entirely empty. The amount of empty space almost felt as if it had weight to it, applying pressure that made one more aware of how they themselves appear. It was making Crimson Hood self-conscious. The large emptiness almost felt as if it was an iris of an eye. Maybe sensing the girl's discomfort, the woman started some small talk. How are you, Crimson Hood? The woman asked.
That's a terrible way to start a conversation.
Crimson Hood responded.
All of the pressure's on me to give a good response as to not trap us into an awkward social dead end where neither of us know. Oh my god.
Some meta commentary here.
What?
I suppose you're right, the woman resolved. But would there happen to be something you'd like to talk about? Crimson Hood had thought of something she'd been meaning to ask in the meantime, but was a bit frightened to actually do so. Something about putting the question into words terrified her. However, it needed to be said, so she gathered up the courage to speak.
I've been meaning to ask you this, ma'am, but are you my grandmother? Earlier you said this was your home, and my grandmother's home, and my home as well, but I haven't seen or heard another soul the whole time I've been here other than you. You have white hair, but it's so beautiful you don't have to be all that much older than I. So, are you my grandmother, my grandmother's aide, or who are you exactly?
Okay.
What is happening?
I don't know. Did we break the glass ceiling?
Did she just jump out the window or some shit?
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. What?
What just happened?
I don't know. Behind us, the Avarice. Before us, the Acidia?
Well, I know what avarice is. I don't know what a city is. Unless they just use names that didn't mean anything. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened. I think we just broke the glass ceiling. We just like...
We weren't meant to ask that.
We asked the thing that we weren't meant to ask that unraveled reality.
Yeah, I don't know why we're suddenly walking through this.
Yeah, no, we broke it. We broke it, Bubba.
You and your silly mouth, buddy. Asking sensible, realistic questions. How could you do this?
I don't know, I didn't mean to break everything.
Is it getting darker? It is.
Yes, it definitely is.
This is very surreal. I mean, I expected it to be surreal, but, very surreal. Oh, is this like our mother, the Queen of Crows?
I mean, the dialogue... Is it? It
The
kind of
Queen of
looks like
Scarecrows, I think it meant. All winter through, I'd bow my head. Beneath the driving rain, the north wind powders me with snow and blows me back again. At midnight, neath a maze of stars, I flame with glittering rhyme, and stand above the stubble stiff, as male at morning prime. But when the child called spring and all, his host of children come, scattering their buds and dew upon those acres of my home. Some rapture in my rags awakes, I lift void eyes and scan the skies for crows, those ravening foes of my strange master, man. I watch him striding lank behind, his clashing team and know, soon will the wheat swish body high, where once lay sterile snow. Soon I shall gaze across a sea of sun-begotten grain, which my unflinching wash hath sealed for harvest once again. Yeah, so a scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the sounds here, by the way.
Not sure how that works, but sure.
She's a very horny scarecrow, what can I say?
Shut up!
It's very dark, but I think we're in a field.
Yes, it does look like we're in a field.
There is a well. Oh my god, Beppa, we said that at the same time. You see nothing but darkness down the well. Oh. We can not go down there then. Easy. What is that? Over to the left there?
It's save point.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a fucking caterpillar. A strange rock with an odd symbol on it.
Oh, maybe it's not a save point. It kind of looked like the symbol from
It does.
before.
I think it is the same symbol, actually.
Okay.
Are we, like, reliving memories, do you think, now again?
Uh,
It's very hard to tell, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I have no idea what this is a metaphor for.
Think it's a metaphor for you being numb?
No.
Oh my god.
That's not real, so it can't be a metaphor for that.
That is real. Chrism is the numbest, oh my god.
How is the little pretzel?
She's asleep.
What was once before you, an exciting, mysterious future, is now behind you. Lived, understood, disappointing. You realize you are not special. You have struggled into existence and are now slipping silently out of it. This is everyone's experience, every single one. The specifics hardly matter. Everyone is everyone. So you are Adele, Hazel, Claire, Olive. You are Ellen. All her meager sadnesses are yours. All her loneliness. The gray straw-like hair. Her red raw hands. It's yours. It is time for you to understand yourself.
This is really fucking weird. Okay. Crimson Hood, don't wander off now. There is something I must show you, remember? It's deeper within the castle still. Please follow me.
Did you not answer a question?
I don't think she did. I think she's just brushing over that like nothing happened. What are you waiting for? Don't be afraid. This is important for both you and I. I shall show you the way.
Oh, is Granny gonna take our body or some shit?
Maybe. So please follow me. You want to become a woman, right? I promise you this will help you grow up. Oh god. I'll lead you onto the path of womanhood. If you listen, I'll let you play with needles. You would like that, right? This is so weird. I know you're tired of pins. Then come with me. I'll show you the needles. This is some sussy backer stuff, baby. I'm gonna save a different slot as well. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's see what's in here. It's a body mannequin.
Alright. Okay.
It's some balloons tied down.
Okay.
Well, this is weird, isn't it?
Is that a crib?
It's a stump in the middle of the room, and this is a baby cradle. I don't like it. A big cushion chair. It makes me feel very small. I guess these are like bookcases and stuff. A pink birdcage with nothing inside of it, but it's locked.
Okay.
A bed, but I'm not sleepy. Can we go this way? No.
This thumping is very unsettling.
A stack of
Especially
car
with how
tires.
I think it's going slower.
It's like a heartbeat, right? Yeah.
Well, I can't tell.
Oh, we're growing up.
Oh dear.
A
Are we-
stage light, but it's not turned on.
Are we really old now?
I don't know. An empty shopping cart, but its wheels have been locked in place.
Okay.
There's a mirror here. The mirror is foggy. I can't see anything in it but glass. There's nothing inside the cabinet.
Okay.
A large set of drawers, but they're locked.
Can you go up?
Oh shit.
You
Sorry.
might want to try to...
I think we have to go back anyway. A strange slab of some kind. It's so weird, right? Oh, it changed!
Oh, well, you fucked up.
Yeah, probably did. Best ending is now off the table. I don't even know if this game has multiple endings, to be honest with you.
Okay, listen, fairy lady, grandma's aide, grandma's lesbian lover, whoever the fuck you are. This is a long way to walk. Oh, hello.
This might be Grandma. Crimson Hood entered a blindingly bright outdoor terrace. A lone cloaked figure stood on the edge of the balcony, looking out at a clear blue sky. Crimson Hood was hesitant, but decided to approach the figure.
Excuse me, grandmother? Is that you?
Oh, hello, Mickey Mouse.
Crimson Hood laid her eyes on me for the first time. I looked back at her. I began to truly notice her features. "What small eyes you have," I said. Crimson Hood looked at me with a look of bewilderment on her face. Oh god.
What?
Crimson Hood brought herself to say in confusion. "What big cheeks you have," I said. "The better to pluck at, darling," I continued.
You're not my grandmother, are you?
Crimson Hood said in a panic. "And what round ears you have," I said. "The better to hear in the dark, I suppose."
Who are you?
Crimson Hood was frozen in place. "What a beautiful tongue you have," I said. "The better to lick those hard-to-reach places."
Get away from me!
Crimson Hood screamed. "What a soft throat you have," I said. "I wonder how sensitive it may be."
Please go away.
Crimson Hood sobbed. "And what a small chest you
Okay,
have,"
well.
I said. "I suppose you're still becoming a woman." Crimson Hood struggled and stepped back while I watched.
Don't come any closer.
Crimson Hood cried. "Yet what a firm belly you have," I said. "Have you yet begun to have your periods, I wonder?" And with that, Crimson Hood ran. What the fuck is going on? I think I should just keep moving.
Yeah, I would. I would be hauling ass, and we're rather slow. But then again, I guess I can't see anything, so I guess it wouldn't be the best idea to run blindly.
I'd lost myself there for a minute. I was freaking out.
What's with these weird fucking searchlights? And why was Mickey Mouse, like, so not okay? I guess he was tall, though, so maybe it was Goofy. But Goofy doesn't really give me, P vibes.
P vibes.
Listen, I'm trying.
Where do we go? Oh, hang on.
Doesn't
The
give
lights.
me aviator glasses vibes.
Show me the door. There's gotta be a door. Show it to me. We're in a field full of balloons, by the way.
You know what? That is not the weirdest thing that we've seen today.
No, that's true.
So it's fine.
So the narrator is the bad person.
Yeah.
I guess you have to stay in the searchlight here, otherwise you get lost. Forever. Yeah. The big spacious rooms are actually really unsettling.
Yeah.
Oh god. We are so fucking dead, or whatever was going to happen to us.
I mean, I think we're gonna end up dead at some point, yes.
Hi. My poor little miserable crimson-hooded girl, you look upset and tired. Please come and sit with me.
I don't know you.
You're mistaken, Crimson Hood. You do know me. You've known me for a long time and you'll come to know me. All of us change, darling.
I don't seem to change fast enough. I feel like I'm standing still.
Perhaps you are. Come closer and I'll tell you a secret. Why are you coming close to the Crimson Hood?
Because you're stupid.
No, closer.
What? Where are we?
I'm in the room now.
Darling, come closer. What the fuck?
I know this is supposed to be disturbing.
You're still oh so young. Anyways, I've got a secret for you. It's about the path to womanhood. There's a box down below here. That's what you're looking for. It's important.
Why is it so hot in here?
That's just you feeling its warmth. You need to go down the hole in this room.
It looks too steep and dark. I don't think I can.
Well, wait a minute. I'll hold a rope for you. Oh, yeah, right.
It's just a sus.
Oh, God.
Sussiest of susses. And I can't believe we're even considering doing this.
Just remember, down the hole is a box. The box is yours. You're about ready to play with needles. But I hope you're ready to play with fire. What?
Is this a furnace? Did we just walk into a furnace?
It's possible. I mean, we're a complete idiot.
I mean, she did say it was hot. So, I kind of figured in the previous stuff towards the beginning that there might be some, like, you know, aviator glasses bullshit maybe happening at some point. But I was kind of thinking it would be, like, something we'd have flashbacks to. I didn't think we walked into the aviator glasses guy's house because of the whole, like...
Okay, I'm not stepping off the path.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god, I just saw that. Yeah, because of the whole, you know, Red Riding Hood thing. We go to the grandmother's house and then there's a bad person there. So, I didn't... Yeah.
Let's see what's in the box.
It's not gonna be good.
It's a ring?
I guess. There's something small sitting inside of the box. The miserable crimson hooded girl picked it up.
It's too late. Oh no. Oh no.
I think we are dead. Crimson Hood threw the ring across the room. She was filled with pure, unadulterated terror.
But that's impossible.
Crimson Hood shouted.
Who put this here?
I came out of the shadows.
It was you, wasn't it? Are you the gobbler?
Crimson Hood said while shaking. I merely laughed. I didn't do anything. I'm not the gobbler, but I am inside of him,
That doesn't make any sense.
Crimson Hood yelled.
Where is she?
You walked right into her, darling, I said. This is your fault. Look at it.
I feel like my skin is burning.
That's because we're dissolving, Crimson Hood. But that's okay. After all, I like your blood boiled. So I think the gobbler ate all of us. And we were like digesting inside the gobbler.
That's not okay.
Is what is the implication I got, and I think that ring was like her mother's.
Well, yeah.
And it had eaten all of them.
I figured that
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
her mother or her grandmother because it was a crow and it says it's too late.
I like that, but it was very strange.
I gotta admit, I wasn't really sold on the integration of the depression and stuff. Because I feel like at the end of the day, it's very... I feel like it was a bit too meta for someone who's supposed to be a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you could make the argument that, you know, people with severe... hold on, I need to mute this because it's too loud in my headphones. That's not the game's fault, by the way. My headphones just don't have separate volume to the computer. Yeah, I know you can make the,
It's a short personal take on Red Riding Hood, apparently.
I don't want to say anything too bad about it, especially if it is based on, like, personal feelings, but at the same time, yeah, I just don't think it integrated well.
I think it was a bit too disconnected. Like, I don't think it was a bad game.
No,
and
I don't think
enjoyed
it was
the
a
story.
bad game.
I enjoyed the
And the
story
base
overall.
story was
Yeah.
fine. Like, I don't have anything wrong with integrating, like, because, you know, it is the miserable crimson hooded girl.
Oh, hang on, is there more?
Is there more?
As the people who adore you stop adoring you, as they die, as they move on, as you shed them, as you shed your beauty, your youth, as the world forgets you, as you recognize your transience, as you begin to lose your characteristics one by one, as you learn there is no one watching, and there never was, counting off time. Now you are here, it's 7:43. Now you are here, it's 7:44. Now you are gone.
Light shines through. I take notice each time. It reminds me of your heart. It stays beating. We won't die far too soon. We'll go on to the moonlight.
Okay. I understand the depression bits. I understand the aviator glasses bit. But at the same time, the aviator glasses bit didn't necessarily really match a whole lot other than overtones of wanting to go into womanhood and wanting to race into womanhood, which you could argue maybe is like lingering emotions of pre-existing experiences with aviator glasses. Which maybe that is the point.
And the gobbler, I guess, makes sense because, you know, Big Bad Wolf ate all of them and all that. Don't really know why the aviator glasses guy is inside the gobbler. I don't know the significance of that. I guess you could say maybe it gobbled up her innocence if it was an experience she had.
It's definitely very interesting.
And then because they said it's a personal short take, it's a bit, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into the aviator glasses aspect of it, but I feel like it was pretty big.
It felt inappropriate, for sure, in the way the dialogue was conversed. Whether that's intentional or not, I don't know, but it definitely made me feel creeped out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was The Miserable Crimson Hooded Girl. It was pretty good. If you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, let us know what you thought in the comment section below.
And developer, if
You may well see this.
you see this, feel free to go ahead and I don't know, go a bit more in game. Like, I liked the game. I do kind of like how surrealist it was and how dark it was. But I just felt like I don't know. I did like it though. But if you see this and you watch it, feel free to like expand more about it if you feel like it in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. I would love to read what you have to say.
Yeah, sure. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. You can support us on Patreon via the link in the description if you want to get early access videos like these. There's Twitch links too. And I have to go poo, so this is the end of the video. Goodbye.